other Contra races today. I know. I love it when they do this. Man, Contra's so cool. Don't we know it? It's such a great community. I know. Totally. The best. You guys want to get a pizza? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, all right. Lance, do you read me? Over. Aw, what's the matter, Bill? You miss me? Quit playing around. Don't attack until I get there. Repeat, do not attack until I get there. Huh, who's gonna stop me? You? Oh, shit. My gun? If I can just get it back, I might. No! Hey, guys, you think I could get a piece of that pizza? Guys?
That's right. All right, everybody, welcome to our Operation C race. We've got a wonderful lineup planned for you today. We got 4 races. We got 3 racers. What's going to be fun about this race is Dan, Combustible Dan, and Archie Coffee. They are really grinding for that world record. They're coming real close. They're within a couple of seconds, and we think they got a new strategy that'll help blow it out of the water. So we're going to see if they can put some of those strategies to use today, and we'll see who comes on top. We also got Mr. Mimixer. He's new to Operation C. He's been learning the race. He's been doing pretty well. He's really been getting into it. So see if he can be an upstart and make a splash in these races. So the format today, we're going to do 4 races. Most points wins for each race. First place will get 5 points. Second place finish will be 3 points, and last place will be 1 point. So we'll see who comes out on top at the end of the 4th race. With that, I think we're about ready to go. Racers, get ready. All right, if everybody's ready, we're going to get started. Everybody ready? Okay. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. And we got Archie and Combustible Dan. They're right on top of each other. Mimixer is about 3-4 seconds behind. But we do have timers on screen to help everybody follow along at home. Now, for those that aren't familiar with this run, it's pretty straightforward, just like the original Contra. It does introduce some new concepts that you'll see in later editions. Most notably, the homing missile, which you'll see in C3. And just like in Super C, spread is not the preferred weapon to use. Fire is actually the best one, and you'll see why as we move on in the later stages. But also, they introduced an auto fire, so no more constant mashing like you see with the regular Contra game. You just hold it down and it shoots just like machine gun. So if you're worried about your mash speed, this run is right for you. Right, and this elevator there's not much you can do here except wait for it. So it's kind of, but if you're in the right position, you can get your sprite closer to the right side of the screen, and that can help get you where you need to go a little bit faster. But you don't want to be too close, otherwise you can get trolled from the right side of the screen. We got these little boats coming along. You just saw Archie Coffee there with his fireball. You can aim down, and as it splits apart, you have just enough room to shoot enemies behind it, so you don't have to jump. Alright, so we're going to be coming up on the first boss here. You're going to have to destroy all 4 of the missile launchers to finish off this boss. Those guns are mostly there just to get in your way. So these missile launchers you're going to see right there. Dan's destroying them. There's 3 of them. And there's 1 more on the back end. Looks like everybody's going to get through without much trouble. And just like that, we're pretty well synced up. Let's go. Alright, on to stage 2. Once again, this is a familiar view as we see from Contra games with these top-down, over-the-shoulder type screens, always mixing it up. This first tank here is a mini-boss. It's actually fairly simple. If you have to do more than a 1 cycle, you're pretty unlucky. It's not very hard. Alright, here's our second mini-boss. And you can see with that fireball how it's splitting into 5. That's why it's important to have. That's why it's better than spread. It keeps you out of trouble with the bullets shooting at you. It also helps you hit multiple targets. So, and just like a lot of games, after the boss stops, you can get towards the top of the screen, and it'll help you scroll fast and get you where you need to be in better position. And this tank is just the opposite of the first one. Just stand on the top instead of the bottom. 1 cycle it for an easy kill. Alright, here's Dan. He's the first one to get to the final boss. Now this one, you've got to destroy all 4 of the cannons before you can destroy the core. As you can see, they're going to scroll into screen. And you got to wait for that. In the middle there is the core, as you see. Alright, looks like Dan's got them all killed. Everybody's real close on this. This is going to be a good race. And yep, everybody gets through no problem. Alright, moving on to stage 3. Another jungle scene, just like we saw with the first Contra and Super Contra. And there we got the pop-out turrets. This we're going to see Lusty Mixer. He's doing the fireball trick. So you can get those enemies behind you. Without, oh, Archie taking death. See if he can recover from that. It's going to make everything a little bit trickier for him. Oh, Mixer taking another death. It's going to open the door for Dan. Now, just like with Contra, we got this jump skip for these vertical sections. Oh! That spot is really tricky because you have a very small window to jump on that platform and not get hit by the bullet. It looks like he just dropped an input. But Dan's still in good position. He's still in first place, so see how it plays out. They got a lot of game to go. These are about 11.5 to 12 minute runs, so we're about halfway through. Alright, now this here is the mini-boss. There's a lot of trolls that can come around, so you gotta keep your eyes open. Not a very hard boss, just one you gotta be paying attention to. Mixer finding himself in some trouble, he gets out of it. These boulders can cause some problems, because while you're trying to shoot them, you also got trolls behind you. Archie getting a power. I think Archie might actually be in the lead a little bit here. By a couple of seconds here. Alright, here coming up on the final boss. Yeah, Archie's got about a 4-second lead. This boss is the one where they recently discovered a 1 cycle. It's actually really hard to get, so they're probably not going to go for it here. But if they do get the one cycle, this is where you can save about 5 seconds in the run. So that 11:22 could come down to 11:17. And they're both vying for it, so we'll keep an eye on it over the coming weeks. See if we get a new world record champion. Oh, looks like Mixer taking a game over. That's not going to bode well for him. Alright, Dan and Archie, looks like they got their fireball back. This stage here is all about positioning. Just like you see with Super C, the top-down stage. If you position yourself properly, you don't have to really slow down or worry about getting hit by these little guys that pop out. Minimal slowdowns, looking good. Alright, now this spider boss here, this is Spider-Moth Yuwala. It's not really hard. Once again, positioning plays an important role. It's not too hard if you got the F, because you'll have 5 bullets hitting him instead of just 1. If you got the P shooter, you're in for a rough time. Positioning is ultra important. Alright, moving on to stage 5, final stage. This one I believe is the longest. And it's got to be one of the most annoying, as it has like a lot of RNG, and those ceiling tickets can cause you some problems. They can be shooting you. You also got trolls to watch out for. There's a lot of stuff going on. Then as you'll see coming up, you got these vertical sections, and you got these really slow elevators. And they take up a lot of time. You're just sitting there really not doing much of anything. The Mixer's still having trouble there on stage 3. I'm not sure when Mixer has too much experience with the low percent strats. If you're wanting to do races of really any game, you should always practice the low percent strats, because deaths will happen in a run. You've got to keep pressing on. Really having a hard time. And you got lasers here on the elevator. Enemies coming out. There's some things that can get you. I think this level's more tedious than hard. You just got to keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, as they say. The Mixer getting that jump I was talking about earlier. Looks like he doesn't have any lives left though, so you have to be real careful. Now you may see Dan and Archie take an intentional death here on the elevator, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get to here shortly. You see him take a death, it is intentional. It looks like Archie's going for a bubble skip. Are they going to get it? Find out here in a moment. Oh, that's going to be after the second. Oh, yep, there it is. Archie got the bubble skip, and so did Dan. Yeah, so as you're transitioning from that elevator, if you can position yourself to be more to the right of the screen, you can just avoid those bubbles altogether. It saves quite a few seconds. Here we have our second to final boss. Alright, see, there's that intentional death we were talking about. And what this does is, they're coming up to the final boss here, which really isn't much of a boss if you ask me. But you really just got to shoot it about a dozen times and it dies. But by dying beforehand, you have the pea shooter, which has a higher rate of fire than the fireball, so you can kill it quicker. You may be coming close. It's going to come down to the wire here, I think. It looks like Dan on screen is going to finish first. GG's to Dan. GG's to Archie. Mimixer. I can't see Archie's time, but it does look like Dan. Oh, Archie. Wow. 7 seconds ahead. Okay, what was your time, Dan? Okay, so Dan's saying he's got his timer wouldn't stop, so he's saying he's got about 11:38, 39. Still a very close race. GG's to everybody. Let's see those GG's, guys. Let's give Mixer some love too. We're gonna have those official times for you here in just a moment. Yeah, he'll get it. Yeah, he'll get a DNF. Yeah. Okay, here's our official results. We've got Archie Coffee with an 11:37. He gets 5 points. We got Combustible Dan with an 11:39, 2 seconds behind, very close. The Mixer with the DNF, and I believe he should get 1 point. We'll get that fixed. We'll get that looked at here shortly. All right, we're gonna get you set up for round 2. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds, I'm saying. As far as I know, this is not a PG-13 chat, so long as you're not overly lewd. There we go. Here's our updated points schedule. 5 for Archie Coffee, 3 for Combustible Dan, and 1 for Mimixer. Now, there's still 3 more races, so 15 possible points for Mimixer. If he can get up to 16, he's still very much in this. Still anybody's race.
Hello. My name is Big Fuzz. You probably know me from Contra 3 where I was blown up by those lunkheads with the big guns. I also appeared in Contra 4, where I crawled through a hallway before getting destroyed yet again. If you play Contra on your phone, you might have seen me get obliterated in Contra Returns as well. My point is, I fall apart a lot. But I never give up. I have to show up every time you show up. But doesn't it seem like this is the lesson with Contra as a whole? You have to keep fighting until you win. One day I would like to win. But as long as you hold a controller and keep fighting, I am just a big loser. Look. Today you will see me get absolutely crushed many times. You will probably chuckle to yourself and think that boss is so simple. But I am not simple. I am a Terminator. I mean, I am Big Fuzz. You probably know me from Contra 3 where I was completely decimated by those missile launching meat pies. I will see you again. And again. And again. And again. And again.
Okay, and we're back. Yeah, we had a slight technical issue. We got it resolved. Dan was having trouble with his splits. We got it fixed. So everybody's going to get ready here. We're going to start here in a few seconds. On for race 2. And just remember, Archie's in first with 5 points. Dan's in second with 3 points. And the mixer has 1 point. It's still anybody's race. Mathematically, everyone's still in it. All right, let's get ready. We get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, looks like everybody's pretty close now. Yeah, everybody's pretty well synced up. All right, love this. All right, back off to stage 1. Oh, Mixer taking an early death. That's all right. He's going to be getting the F here pretty soon, so shouldn't cost him too much. Yeah, only cost him a couple of seconds here. All right, Archie and Dan are pretty close going into the elevator. Yeah, Mixer is probably about 3-4 seconds behind. Not too big a deal. He can still overcome this. Yeah, notice how they're shooting like that. They're just holding that button down. It's auto fire in this game. No button mashing. And moving on to pipes. This one's pretty tricky. You're pretty close to the right edge, so you got to know when those pipes are ending, when they're getting ready to come up. You don't want to fall down into that. That'll end your run real quick. Looks like everybody's got the F. Yep, everybody's got the F. Everybody's back on a level playing field. Mixer doing a good job dodging those trolls. That's what happens if you're too far right. Those trolls can pop out of nowhere and nail you. You did a good job dodging those. Looks like Archie and Dan are coming up on the boss. Remember, we got to take out those 3 missile turrets. There's 3 on the right side and 1 on the left. 1, there's 2. There's 3. Alright, they're pretty well tied up. Looks like Mixer's only about 3 or 4 seconds back. Oh no! No! Mixer. That's unfortunate. Alright. Everybody's moving on. Up to the top scroller. Remember, this is about positioning. This here should be a 1 cycle from both of them. Looks like they both got it. Alright, coming up on the middle boss. Making short work of that and avoiding the trolls. Mixer having some trouble here with this tank, largely because of the spread. Because you can't hit both turrets with the spread at the same time. That's pretty much the reason why Fireball is preferred in this run. You can hit those targets much easier. Back with the F for Mixer. Keep an eye out for those trolls. And hitting both cannons. He's good to go. Yeah, you want to be close to the top, but not too close when you're scrolling. You want to make sure you have time to react to any trolls that might come your way. Looks like they're neck and neck for Archie and Dan, coming up on the final boss here for stage 3, or stage 2 rather. Excuse me. Alright, Archie looks to have about a 2-second lead, maybe? It's gonna be pretty close for these guys. Let's see if they can keep it up here coming up in the jungle stage. They both had some problems here in the last run. See if they can avoid them. I think whoever makes it through this stage is going to be the winner. Whoever can make it through with the fewest mistakes. This is a long stage, so keeping that F is going to be really important. Once again, Archie showing the power of that fireball. Good boulders, no trolls. Get the jumping section. You can ledge skip here just like you can the original Contra. There you go, Archie getting a good skip on there, both of them getting it. See, that killed them both in the last run. It's a pretty tight window to jump that ledge without getting hit by that rifleman's bullet. It's a pretty tight window. Alright, coming up on the mini boss. Just keep an eye out for those trolls. See, that boss is pretty simple when you got the fireball. Mixer having trouble with the jumps, but he's doing much better than he did in the last round. That waterfall jump right there is pretty tricky. It's not a tight window, it's just a tricky one to get because you don't have a lot of jumping range. Yeah, their times are synced up, so what you're seeing on screen actually is Archie being... Oh, Archie takes his death. That's going to be right at the boss, too. That's going to give Dan a chance to take the lead and make up some ground. Looks like he still retains the lead, though. Not by much. Yeah, see, when it comes to racing, it's not so much about how good you are on your PB, it's about how well you do in the race. These are no reset runs. Racing is about consistency and good, safe strats. Seen too many races where the guy with the better PB, even by a long shot, still manages to lose. It's anybody's game. Alright, you'll notice here, once again, they're positioning themselves. They can avoid all that without having to do minimal shooting. I can't speak today. Yeah, I graduated speech class last week and I don't know what happened. Both coming up on the boss. Archie's still keeping that lead. Still very tight going into the final stage here. This one here is certainly the longest stage, though. It's 3 minutes long, so give or take. There you go, shooting without stopping. Day trollage, keeping those trolls at bay. Archie first one to the vertical section. Well, the Mixer's having a rough time with that jungle today. Oh, Dan takes another death. That one was not intentional. But Dan is also done very well with his low percent runs. I believe he's the world record holder in low percent, so this isn't unusual territory for him. This part here is just keeping the screen clear of trolls. I think the worst part about this is just the waiting. As a speedrunner, it's always a helpless feeling when there's really nothing you can be doing except waiting. Your first instinct is you just want to go, 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 but you really can't. So, all you can do is wait. But there's 2 elevator sections in this level too. That's part of what makes it so long. They're still, Dan's having trouble making up some ground against Archie. But Archie gets the bubble skip. Looks like Dan gets it too. That bubble skip is not easy to get either. So for them to both get it twice in a row in these runs is spectacular. This might be where Dan can make up some ground. It should be slightly faster to kill this boss with the pea shooter. And once again, mostly because of rate of fire. There you go. Dan taking the lead. Yeah, there's a sprite limit for fireball. You can only have 2 fireballs on screen at a time. Whereas pea shooter, you can have 5 or 6, so that certainly helps. I think Dan might be able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here. Hopefully Dan's timer's going to work. Dan's going to finish with a time of... Wait for it, 11:31. Unofficially. Archie unofficially has... I can't see it. It looks like Dan won on screen. 11:31 for Dan. 11:32 for Archie. 1 second apart. Very close. GG's, guys. GG's. Alright, we got the Mixer. He's made it past the jungle stage. Let's see what Mixer can do here. Yeah, he's got to keep that screen clear, not only for his path, but also he's got to worry about lag, too. He's got all those spiders behind him. Get a little refresh there. It's like a zigzag way up the path. Zig and zag. Alright, Mixer coming up in the spider. Let's hope he does a good job here. Oh no! Now this is going to be hard, because it's really hard to kill this boss with the pea shooter. Got 1 life left. Yeah, angling and positioning is very important on this boss with the pea shooter. So I believe just that center section, that center mouth is the hitbox. There you go, looks like you got him. Nice job, Mixer. Let's go. Alright, final stage coming up. He's got no lives left, so let's hope he doesn't take a game over here. Just take your time, and get through it. Alright, light on the trolls, that's good. Yeah, those trolls being in front of you is not a big deal. It's when they come from behind, when those ceiling turrets are shooting at you. That's what causes the problem. Whoop, whoop. Oh, good dodge there. We got the F back. It should be smooth sailing for him here. There you go. He's taking everything out, not having to stop moving. That's ideal. Oh no! See, that's where those trolls can get you right there. Is he gonna keep going, or is he gonna take the DNF? Looks like he's taking the DNF. All right, we're going to get those times up there official for you. We'll be back in just a moment.
I was speedrunning Contra late one night to beat the Red Falcon in a fight. I grabbed the S and R power-up prize. Suddenly, to my surprise,
You did the mash,
I did the Contra mash.
the Contra mash.
My PB I did smash.
You did the mash,
Made boss fights a flash.
you did the mash.
I did the Contra mash.
Whoa.
All right, and we're back. All right, so we've got as you saw there, the official results. We've got Archie and Dan are tied with 8 points each. Mixer coming up with 2 points. And we're going to have another round here. We got 2 more races to go. Still plenty of races to go and chances to win. And yes, unless my math is incorrect, Mixer still has a chance to take first mathematically. We'll see what happens, though. He can still certainly move up in the rankings. Let's see what happens. We're going to get ready here in just a few moments. All right, racers, if everybody's ready, we can reset our times. Looking at you, Dan. There we go. All right, everybody's set up. Let's get ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, looks like everybody's pretty close to synced up. I think we're all within second and a half, I believe. Yeah, but that second and a half, I think we have 3 seconds separating Archie and Dan between 2 races. So we're certainly in for a treat when you get races this close. I think Mixer's going to pull it out here. Mixer's going to put it together and put up a good run. Alright, Archie's first to the elevator. Dan and Mixer coming in second. But again, I think they're all at the same time slot. I think we're only a second and a half separated between all 3. Alright, everybody's on the pipe section. Alright, Mixer's already off to a better start than last time. I think he died twice before he got to this point last time, so let's keep that energy going. Everyone's got their fireball. Yep, everybody taking care of the trolls. Yeah, being towards the right of the screen like that, it really allows you to jump over those turrets before they shoot. Otherwise you'll have to stop and wait for it or jump over the bullet. Either way, you get to where you're going faster. Alright, coming up on the boss. Remember, you gotta kill 4 of the turrets to kill the boss. The Mixer just had an unlucky missile hit him. Not this time. He gets it this time. Nice. Everybody's through, and we're all still within about 2 seconds, so we got ourselves a race going. Oh yeah, see, I'm going by yeah, I can't count today. I can't count, I can't talk, what the hell good am I? Everybody coming up here, getting those turrets done on the first. Alright, everybody's through. This is what we like to see. 3 races, everybody's close. You can't ask for much more than that. Whoops. There we go. Having my own computer issues. I think my computer knows it's Sunday and just trying to take the day off. Alright, everybody's neck and neck. Archie getting a little bit of troll on the screen, but he avoids them all. That guy's not supposed to be there, Archie. There we go. Good positioning for these bosses is so important, so you can stand there and just wail on them without getting hit. Looks like Archie and Dan, looks like we're all still pretty close. I know on screen it may not look that close, but the timers will really tell the story here. And they gotta destroy all 4 targets, all 4 turrets on this tank before that center core becomes vulnerable. Dan closing out at 420, Archie at 419, and Mixer at 422. Looks like we're only about 3 seconds apart here in real time. Alright, let's keep an eye on Mixer here. He's been having trouble at this stage. He's gonna pull it through this time, though. I can feel it. I think he's got all the bugs worked out. Yeah, with all these trolls and these cannons, this is where you gotta really keep an eye on that 2 sprite limit for your fireball. Archie having some troll issues, but he manages to make it through. Very nice. Alright, Mixer's through. Let's go. Everybody makes it through that jumping section. That is phenomenal. Let's go. Yeah, the worst part of that, like I said last round, the worst part is that one guy with that one bullet you gotta quickly dodge. Here's Archie and Dan coming up on the mini boss. Looks like they're about tied. As far as in real time. Mixer's falling back a little bit, but he's doing okay. He's still got the fireball. He's making it through without any death. That's what we like to see. Dan's coming in with the big raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Stans, for that wonderful raid. You guys are coming in here. Oh no, Dan misses that jump. That's what we're talking about. It's a pretty tight jump. Stans, thank you for the raid, bud. I appreciate it. We got a tight race coming in. We've got Dan and Archie both vying for world record times. Well, when they're grinding. Right now, they're both tied at 8 points. They're up until a second ago, they were neck and neck in this race as well. There's still plenty of race to go. And Mixer, I think, has actually taken over second place. This could be huge. If Dan drops to third at the end of this race, that puts Archie in a very, very good spot to take the overall event. Alright, once again, this is all about positioning and taking what we call détrollage, taking care of all the trolls on screen. Not only so they don't get in your way and put you in bad positions, but also to manage lag. These old games, they have a lot of issues with lag, having too many sprites on the screen. I'm sure we all know that, though, from playing. Archie's first one to come up to the boss. Second Mixer fell behind a little bit. He had to stop a couple times on his route, but he's still certainly in this. And he's putting up. Oh, and he gets through it. Nice. Let's go, Mixer. Putting up a really good spider fight. I think we're going to see if everybody finished this round. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, Slurmer mentioned that in the chat there. We're working on the wiki. Pretty sure the Contra portion of the wiki is finished, and we have plans to start working on the Operation C part of the wiki this week. But you can always hop in the Discord and ask questions. There's always someone there willing to answer any questions you have. There's no question that is too elementary to the Discord, aside from how do you jump and shoot. Alright, everybody doing a wonderful job getting through this. This section is the trolliest. With those ceiling turrets, the trolls behind you. That's what ended Mixer's run last run. See, there they go. There it goes, being trolly. Then we got the elevator section. And of course, being an auto scroll, you really can't gain any time. So all you can do is just sit back and keep the screen clear of enemies. And watch out for the lasers. Mixer doing a good job keeping the screen clear. Alright, Dan takes a death. And I want to say that's an intentional death. As we saw in the last round, killing this final boss with the pea shooter is actually faster. Once again, that really comes down to rate of fire. Let's see if we get some bubble skips here. Archie gets the bubble skip. Dan gets the bubble skip. Mixer jumping too soon, so he's not going to get the bubble skip here. And Contra, along with a lot of Nintendo games back in the day, when it comes to bubbles, for some reason, they are just never a good thing. I don't know why. I guess somebody at Nintendo had a traumatic experience with bubbles. All right, so here we go. Dan taking the lead. It's that pea shooter action. The only thing left to do is all these flames here that are coming up that Dan's coming up on, you can just keep running, except for I believe the last two you have to stop for. Oh, Mixer taking the death at the end. Let's keep an eye on Dan and Archie, see who comes in first here. 11:27. I think Archie might actually pull this out time-wise. On screen though, Dan is definitely first. We'll see what the official times are here shortly. Mixer coming in, bringing it up. He's going to finish. Let's go. Oh, we got Dan with an 11:32. 4 seconds. Fantastic. And Mixer with the finish at 12:02. About 30 seconds back. Oh, I'm just getting some news here. Mixer got a PB. PB in the race. You always love to see that. GG's to Mixer. Let's see some GG's in the chat for Mixer. That is a PB, a huge PB. Yeah, his previous PB was 12:32, 12:36. It's a 30-second PB. Let's see some GG's for Mixer. All right, here's our final standings here. Combustible Dan again coming in first with 5 points. Archie coming in a few seconds behind, gets 3 points. And Mixer with the huge PB still only gets 1 point. But I think for him, he's happy to have that PB. That is phenomenal. All right, we're going to cut away here for just a second. We'll be back in a little bit with the final round.
It's Red Falcon's roast of Bill and Lance. Thanks for being such good sports, guys. You'll regret this. We always end up winning. Now let's meet our roasters. We've got Old Joe. Been in the game a while, but I'm still hotter than these losers. Please welcome Grinnin' Gary. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh my god. And Big Fuzz.
Wow, seeing them tied up there makes them look like those turkeys some people make. You know what I'm talking about, when they tie them up? Should be easy to roast them, they're just stupid turkeys.
How come y'all gotta flip every time you jump? You only need to go forward a foot and you turn into a yo-yo every time. No wonder you're dying every 30 seconds. You're probably blacking out. So sometimes you jump directly on top of us. You know that kills you, right? Who do you think you are, Mario? Hello, Mario. Hello, Mario.
I do the exact same pattern every time, and yet it still works after 30 years. Have you ever done something for 30 years besides suck?
Roast him.
Okay, and we're back. All right, runners, you can go ahead and reset your timers. All right, so what we've got here, as you guys saw, we have Combustible Dan in first place with 13 points. Archie has 11 points, and Mixer has 3 points. However, we're going in the fourth and final round. If Archie wins this race, and Dan comes in second, they'll both be tied with, I believe, 16 points. Doing my math correctly, which means we're going to have a tie. If we have a tie, we're going to do a 1v1 final round, winner take all. What? No. No, Archie. Dan has 13, Archie has 11. Right? Yeah, I suck at math today. I suck at everything today, so. But the good thing is the racers are not sucking today. That's what we came to see, the racers. We didn't come here to hear me talk. We came here to watch them race. So, all right, so we're going to get started here. Everybody's ready? Everybody get to your start screens. We're going to get ready here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are very well synced this time. Fantastic. Love to see it. Not really much to talk about here in the beginning, so we're just going to sit back and enjoy the show for a moment. I think it's going to be interesting. Let's see how Mixer follows up his PB run. This is like a victory lap for him. You know, after you PB, you always got to do that victory lap, that victory run. See if you can PB again, or just kind of a cool down. See if he can keep those nerves under control. If he can do that again, deathless, he'll get that sub 12 and PB a second time, which doesn't happen in races, much less PBing. And once again, though, we're on the auto scroll elevator. Not really much to do, but you want to make sure we stay ahead of the screen. The Mixer's getting real close to that edge of where you want to be and where you don't want to be. But you keep that fire down, you'll be fine. There we go, everybody's got fire. You're doing a good job so far. Jumping over that bullet, nice. Excuse me. Alright, here we're coming up on the boss. We gotta kill all 5 turrets. Because I've been saying it wrong for the first 2 races. Silly me. Makes you taking out the upper gun. Always makes it a little easier. Alright, everybody makes it through. Let's go. We got a race on our hands. Everybody hitting that 220 mark. I don't think you can really get much better than 220 on that first split. I think it's mostly auto scroll. Oh no! Mixer just a little bit too far ahead on that. Gets hit by the sprite. You gotta take out these turrets, but oh, yeah. Mixer won't be getting a PB this time, but the important thing is he's gonna finish out the race. Yikes. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I think Mixer's gonna walk away today happy because of that PB, though. I think all in all, it's still gonna be a good day for him. Alright, we still got Arch and Dan. They're still neck and neck, though. Coming up here on the final mini-boss. Yeah, with that first tank that Mixer's hitting, there's one sprite is all it takes. It's a very small window to hit with that pea shooter. Both coming up on the wall. I think they're neck and neck. I think they're within a second of each other. Alright, here we go. Final boss. Well, for the stage anyway. Remember, you gotta kill all 4 turrets before you can take out the center core. There you go. Yeah, it looks like Archie's got about a 1 second lead right now. Victor's having the kind of level he wished he had last time. Let's see if Dan can hit that waterfall jump this time without dying. And one of the reasons this fireball and being able to hit those enemies behind you like that, it's really important for Dan and Archie and their world record grinds, is when you jump and shoot down, you still get the same effect, but you do lose a frame every time you jump. I think it's a frame, might be more than a frame. When you're going for world records, every frame counts. So that's why that's important. Jump too many times and all of a sudden 20 extra jumps over the course of a run is, what, third of a second? And that's huge for world record times. Coming up on the mini boss. Looks like Dan might actually be still on the lead here. 550. Oh no, Arch. Yeah, looks like Archie still got about a 1 second lead. I can't do anything right today. Alright, Archie's coming up on the waterfall jump. See if he makes it. And he does. Dan? He makes it this time. Alright. Still neck and neck. Yeah, Archie got about a 1 second lead. Not a very comfortable lead if I was Archie. Especially since Dan has overtaken him twice on the final boss because of that coming from behind, so. Yep. Doing just fine. 1 second going into the final stage. Let's do it. If Arch can maintain that lead, or I'm sorry, going into the 4th stage. I can't do anything right today. Archie needs to maintain that. He needs a win, pull out a tie. And Dan just needs to win this one to win the event. Alright, we got Mixer coming up on the final boss. Seems like he's made up some ground here. Nice. Good kill for Mixer. He's about 40 seconds behind. Alright, Archie getting a slightly quicker kill on that spider boss. And Dan. Oh, appreciate the love, guys. I'll take any love you can give me. I'm kind of a love whore with that. You can never say enough good things. I'm glad somebody likes me. Alright, we're coming up to the elevator here. It's still pretty tight. Anybody's game. See if Dan can overtake Archie 3 times in a row at the boss. That would be dope. Well, for Dan. And for us racers, but not for Archie. I think Archie's about 3 or 4 seconds ahead now. Yeah, I think it's about 3 seconds. Gonna come down to the final boss, I think. Let's see. Hopefully they both get the bubble skip. Gotta watch out for those lasers. Alright, Dan takes a death, but that's intentional. Looks like Archie's set up for the bubble skip. Is he gonna get it though? Is he far enough to the right? Let's see. No! Oh no! Alright, so this is now Dan's race to lose. Archie didn't quite get the bubble skip. And you can see why it's important. You can save about 10 seconds there. So this is Dan's race to lose now. Alright, all he's gotta do is just get through the lasers. Which, as I said before, it's not hard, it's just that last pair you gotta stop for. Alright, GG's to Combustible Dan. He finishes with a time of 11:28. And Archie's time, I can't quite see it on the screen. GG's to everybody. Looks like Mixer took another DNF. But, importantly for Mixer, he got that big PB. Huge PB, 30 seconds. That's amazing. 11:37. Alright, looks like Dan's going to take this event. GG's to Dan. GG's to Archie. GG's to Mixer. I think GG's all around. This was an amazing race, and I think Dan, 3 times in a row, he took his, he snatched victory from the jaws of defeat by overtaking Archie right there at the end. Alright, we got our official times here for the final race. Combustible Dan getting 5 points with his 11:29. Archie gets an 11:37 and 3 points. And Mixer with 1 point. But again, he had that huge PB. Final results. Dan takes the event with 18 points. Archie comes in second with 14. And a Mixer with 4. I think overall... Oh, that's okay. Alright, are we going to do interview with Dan or no? All right, welcome back. As you see, we've got the final standings there. We're going to do a first for Contra Races. We're going to interview the winner. So here with me is Combustible Dan. Dan, say hello to everybody.
Hello, how's it going?
All right, so Dan, won 3 out of the 4 races, and the 3 you won, you probably didn't see it because you were playing, obviously, but you were behind Archie going into the final stage every time. But I think the key was taking that intentional death on the elevator. Can you tell us why that's actually, why do you take that intentional death there on the elevator?
I can technically have the chance of beating that main boss at the end faster with the pea shooter than I can with the F. Plus, I don't have to worry about, because I've gotten so used to fighting with the pea shooter that when I use the F, I sometimes will kill him too soon, and I don't take the death at the boss to fight the heart at the end quicker. So I feel it's just safer for me to die in the elevator where I don't lose time, and then fight him and possibly get a quicker time fighting him, and then I'm already set up for the heart fight at the end without having to worry about it.
Okay,
It's not a huge time save. It's maybe like 0.2 of a second or a half a second. So I honestly don't know where I'm making up my time to catch up to Archie. But yeah, it's a slight faster fight.
Well, I wonder if that has a little something to do with, because Archie was talking earlier, in Discord, the rate of fire, I guess, compared to, like, the pea shooter shoots faster, but it also has a higher sprite limit. You can only have 2 fireballs on the screen at a time, right?
Yeah, you can only shoot twice with the fireball there on the screen at the same time. When you're so close to the boss or so close to something, it's just like in Contra when you have the spread, you get so close you can shoot a lot more. I don't know if like the explosion has any effect. You have to wait for the explosion to go, but you're still hitting faster being close with the F. And I mean, you can beat the boss really quickly with the F, but the fact that you lose time at the end at the heart, that's why people die when they shoot the rocket out to die at the same time of killing the boss. They have that intentional same time death to get rid of the F to have the quicker time at the end. But you can still hit really, really fast with the F when you're so close. I don't think that sprite limit affects that as much.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to back up in the game a little bit. Now, on that the jungle stage, I believe it was in the 3rd race, you died making a jump over that waterfall. Is that a tricky jump, or is it like real tight? It seems like a lot of players have trouble with that. Why is that?
We were trying to discuss whether or not there's a jump value in Operation C and whether or not that jump value comes into play there or not. But a lot of times I think for this race, as far as I think I died there twice, was really more nerves and like the mental aspect of it, like don't die here, so you slightly jump early. And I think that was more of my mindset here. But we're trying to figure out, it is a tight jump. You have to be kind of close to it. And every once in a while, even when you think you jump at the normal time, you don't make it. And we're not sure if that's a jump value or something else.
Like a jump value sub-pixel kind of thing?
Yeah, because every once in a while you're climbing up the waterfall, you'll jump to get to the next platform, and you just won't make it. And there's no reason that you shouldn't have made it. And, we have no reason. So, like, unless we dive into the code to figure out, we're not sure why that is.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's coming next, because now, I had mentioned it in one of the races, but you guys have recently discovered a 1 cycle for that boss?
Yeah, there's one. Well, we watched the Taz. Someone made a Taz video, and in that video, they're doing so many crazy things in there, like walking through walls and doing all this.
Yeah. That's what Taz's are known for.
Yeah,
watch Taz. I want to see all the crazy shit they can do.
But one of the things it did is it killed the boss in a 1 cycle, and it's like, is that possible to do? So I've been messing around with it, trying to figure out if I line up differently, can I get it? And it just randomly kind of happened. I don't want to say like it took me a lot of practice to set up to get in most shots, and I was always 1 shot away. And something I did set it off, and I killed him in 1 cycle. And like I freaked out. I was like typing in Discord to Archie. I'm like, I did it! Oh my god! I don't know what happened. And I was able to recreate it, and I'm getting close to figuring it out. But it is I call it the double glitch of Operation C, because to me it's just as hard as getting the double glitch in Contra.
You should just call it the combustible glitch, since you're the one implementing it. Isn't that how it works? I mean, you discover something, you get to name it?
You get to name it after the person. I don't know if the combustible glitch
want,
sounds good.
Yeah. So on that kill, do you have to set up different? Is there a reason that you wouldn't want to do it in a race versus a PB
Oh,
attempt?
I
or-
tried it. There's no reason not to do it in a race. I tried it. Like actually, the third race I tried it, but I had one shot go off instead of up. I actually did the setup and everything perfectly, except for that one shot flew off. I almost had that glitch happen in the third race, and I would have freaked out if that did. But I was really trying to get it, and that's why I was mad. I died twice at the, at the little waterfall part because like I don't even get to try it. But there's no reason not to try it because if you die there, you come back in the time it takes for the boss to come back to you, and you can kill him just in the amount of time with the pea shooter, and you get the F at the beginning of 4. So,
Right.
like, why not try it?
Absolutely. So that saves what, about 5 seconds? I think that you guys were saying.
Yeah,
in the
we're
Discord?
matching it up. It's almost a 5-second time save, which is just an incredible
amazing.
amount of time.
Yeah, that can take the world record from 11:22-ish down to what, 11:17, 11:18?
Yeah, we're assuming 11:17-ish in 11:17s. Yeah.
Well, I expect to see that here in the next few weeks from between you and Archie. You guys are closing in on the world record, and you guys are, I think Archie's right behind you, 1 second behind you, 2 seconds.
Yeah, his summit best I think is actually better than mine. So
Yeah,
he's got a good chance.
It's just a matter of time before one of you takes it, and it's going to happen in a few weeks. So if any of you viewers out there want to see it happen, make sure you click on and subscribe or follow Combustible Dan and Archie Coffee. And also give a follow for Mr. Mixer. He puts on a good show. He runs Contra, he runs Operation C, and he's just a lot of fun to hang out with. So Dan, thanks for being with us, bud. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having the race, and thanks for having me here.
Anytime. All right. So we're going to sign off here shortly. Be sure to follow Contra Races channel. We have races every month. We're hoping to expand and we're always looking to do Contra runs, whether it's Contra, Super C, Operation C. If it's Contra, we'll run it. Join us in the Discord. Let us know you're interested, and we'll see what we can do to get a race going. Absolutely. Dino is I think, heart and soul of this production. All these graphics and visuals you're seeing, they're phenomenal. And these are done up by Dino Eats Man and Slumber helping with some of the graphics and whatnot. Fantastic job. All right, in the meantime, this is Sideswipe and Stormy signing off. Thanks for watching, everybody.